Good morning, everyone. We'll start from line number 245. It was completed in last class. Let us have a recapitulation of these lines. Portia. There are some shrewd contained on same paper. There are some bitter elements. There are some bitter writings on that paper. Here, paper signifies the letter that Saladino handed over to Bassanio, since the letter took the color from Bassanio's face. That steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. That steals means that has taken. Color means the happiness, the joy. From Bassanio's cheek means Bassanio's face. Some dear friend death. Is it the death of someone very dear? Else nothing in the world could turn so much the constitution of any constant man. Turn so much means here change or spoil. The constitution means the expression of any constant man means confident person. Portia till now does not know what is the content in the letter. So she is assuming here. What is she assuming? That someone has died who is very close to Bassanio, and that's why Bassanio is very sad, because nothing else, nothing worse can change the attitude, the facial expression of a confident man rather than the death of a very dear friend. Then next line, it's written, what worse and worse. What's worse it can be? That means it should be the death of a dear friend. With leave, Bassanio. With leave means with permission. Line 249. I am half yourself, and I must freely have the half of anything that this same paper brings you. I am half yourself means, obviously at the beginning of this scene we have found that Portia was claiming that half of her everything belongs to Bassanio. In the same way, she claims half of everything of Bassanio, whether it is going to be happiness or pain, wealth or poverty. She'll share half of everything of Bassanio. So she is saying that I am half yourself, and I must feel freely have the half of anything that this same paper means this letter brings you. So she wants to share, whether that is happiness or sadness, pain or pathos, sympathies or melancholy, whatever the paper has brought, she wants to share half of it with Bassanio. Bassanio, oh sweet Portia. Many a times you have found that O term is written. Whenever O is written, O means an ode, O-D-E. Ode means addressing someone. In order to address specifically to a particular person, giving emphasis on that matter, on that particular person, O is often used in Merchant of Venice. Oh my dear, we are using presently. Otherwise, we don't use O so much nowadays. Hey, hello, all these things are there nowadays. But in Elizabethan writing, that period of English, what type of terms contains O? Ode was very famous during that period of time. Ode means addressing to a particular person or a particular living being. Oh sweet Portia, whenever you find the term sweet, just change that one to dear. Here are few of the unpleasant words. Unpleasant, you can write bitter, painful. Here are few of the unpleasant words that ever blotted paper. Blotted means spoiled paper or letter. So every time we don't get such kind of words as these words are written on this letter, these letters have entirely spoiled the paper. Gentle lady, 255. When I did first impart my love to you, impart means express, I freely told you all the wealth I had ran in my veins. That means all the wealth he had ran in his hand means by birth he was rich. Personally, he has not done anything special to make himself rich. By birth he was rich. So there is no special thing that he has done to be rich. So all the wealth that I had, all the wealth he had ran in my hands. That means he has got from his ancestors. There is no special work that he has done. Next, next line. I was a gentleman. Yes, he obviously was a gentleman, rich fellow, a prodigal. And then I told you true. Bassanio did not hide anything from Portia. He even imparted, expressed the truth to Portia. What was the truth? And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing. He rated himself, he compared himself to nothing. That means he himself did not do anything to gain wealth or to be rich. That means he was nothing, and all the wealth he had, that belongs to his ancestor. So he himself is nothing, economically or mentally. He was further financed by Bassanio, Antonio. He will explain that one. You shall see how much I was a braggart. Braggart means how much he boasted. Boasting can be positive, can be negative. Sometimes we say the lie that I am like this, that. Speaking about own self in an excessive way is boasting. So Bassanio is saying that he boasted about himself. Boasted means he spoke negative about himself, though negative but true, that how poor he was. When I told you my state was nothing, when he said that his state, that means wealth, was nothing, you shall see, excuse me, I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. That time he should have told Portia that he was not only nothing, his condition was worse than nothing. He was in a terrible condition. You shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. For indeed I have engaged myself to a dear friend. Later he got involved in a friendship with a dear friend, Antonio. And I have engaged myself to a dear friend and engaged my friend to his mere enemy. And later what he has done? In order to take these 3,000 ducats, he engaged his dear friend Antonio to his mere enemy, cheap enemy, Shylock, to feed my meals, to support his need. So at the very introduction, he informed Portia, that is not mentioned in the drama, but he mentioned Portia that he was very poor at present, and the wealth he had that belongs to his ancestor. That means he was rich by birth, and presently he is not at all good condition. His condition is poor, he is nothing, and he is worse than nothing. Here is a letter, lady. So he took out the letter in front of Portia. The paper as the body of my friend. Metaphor, extreme metaphors are used. Here the paper is compared to the body of Antonio. And every word in it a gaping wound. Gaping wound means open wound. Open wound. And each word written on the letter seems to be like wounds on Antonio's body. Issuing means shedding lifeblood. And each word so painful, it seems like these are the wounds marked on Antonio's body, shedding blood. But is it true, Salerio? Have all his venture failed? What, not one hit, not single one was successful? From Tripolis, from Mexico and England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India, Not a single business survived. And not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch. Dreadful touch means deadly touch of the merchant marrying rocks. Merchant marrying means merchant destroying rocks. Question he is making. He cannot believe that Antonio is in such condition. This Antonio told him in Act 1, Scene 3 that don't worry Bassanio, ships will return within 1 month, within 2 months, 1 month before the bond expire, and will bring 3 times more, 9 times more amount than the loan taken, that means 27,000 ducats. That is a failure. That confidence proved to be an overconfidence. So here metaphor is very important. He has compared the body of Antonio to the body of the letter. And each word written on the letter is so powerful, so painful. It seems like that these are the open wounds on Antonio's body, issuing live blood, that means shedding blood. So here we see how much love Bassanio does have for Antonio. Immediately he has become sad. He feels very much melancholic at such destruction of Antonio. He can't believe that so many business, so many ventures all failed. Antonio himself used to tell that his ventures are not one button trusted, nor he has spent all the wealth for the present year business. Neither his profit depend only on the business. All these things were lie. The profit of his present financial year depends on the business and the profit of his ship. And his another promise that within 2 months, that's a month before the bond expire, he will get thrice 3 times of the loan taken, that means 27,000 ducats. That is also a lie. So all this lie together making Bassanio shocked. It is very hard for him to accept the situation. That is why at the end of the scene he is making question to Salerio, that is it true? Bassanio did not lie to Portia at the beginning. He mentioned the wealth he has runs in his vein. That means that is not he has achieved with his works, but gifted to him, passed to him by his ancestors. By birth he is a royal fellow, he is a rich fellow, belongs to noble birth. But further he did not do anything special to continue the status he somehow maintained by taking loan from Antonio and from others. So Bassanio explained his situation. He was a braggart in doing that. He was boasting negatively about himself. And Portia, here you can see Portia, that Portia we had in Act 1, Scene 2. I told you that she was missing in Act 3, Scene 2 at the initial part. She was behaving like a child. She was behaving as if she was made for Bassanio. But now it's not that. She is behaving very mature. She is saying that since I am half yours and you are half mine, so we should share half of everything that we have. Whether it is happiness, whether it is pain, whether it is rejoice, amusement, whatever it is. So she wanted to share the half of the pain that the latter had. And believe me, it is Portia who stands strong behind Bassanio. That is why Bassanio is still confident. And you see that Bassanio was so confident in Act 3, Scene 2 while selecting the casket. Now look at his condition. His sentimental conditions collapsed. He himself collapsed. That confidence is long missing here. He is trying to do what? He is just disbelieving the fact and the reality. So, this portion is very important. This marks the beginning of the climax of the drama. So, we have completed till line number 274. So, today's class is from 245 to 274. Do go through this portion. If you find any problem in any of this part, write it down, take photo of that particular part, send me. I will try my level best to answer you back in no time. Now later I will provide you few inside question that you have to send me back as homework. Thank you very much children. Go through the video.